I don't know that I've actually mentioned that, Dan. I think that our job is to improve physicality. I don't think that you just snap your fingers and have that happen overnight. I think some people have said, oh, you played Kentucky, you were more physical. You played Georgia Tech, you were more physical. Yeah, well, they weren't Auburn. You know what I mean? So the opportunity to present itself to do a better job being physical is against the team you just played. There's no better chance than to go back out against the team you played against and have an opportunity. Not many people get that second opportunity. So I think we're going to find out a lot about our team and how physical we are when we play a team the size and as physical as Auburn is, and we're going to find out a lot more about it tomorrow.
Coach will go straight ahead of me in the back of the room.
Greg Collier, Action Sports and News. Kirby, do you see this playing the same team twice as a benefit to the program?
You know, I think everybody begs to ask that question. I don't think it has a great benefit or an advantage to anybody. I mean, we know a lot about each other. We play each other every year. There's a lot of knowledge between the two. I think our players are familiar with their players and vice versa. We were just talking about it over the luncheon. I think the unique aspect is, like Gus said, that it's within 4 weeks of each other. That's the part that's unique. And that makes it where you still have the memory of they ran these plays, they ran those plays, but they've got plays they didn't run in our game. We've got plays that we didn't run defensively, offensively, and special teams in the game. So you always go back to that game plan and you try to pull from those things to get things that hopefully work better.
Okay, we'll go over here on the right on the second row.
Hey, Kirby. 24 hours or so before kickoff, not knowing exactly what you're going to see from Kerryon Johnson, whether he's going to play, if he's going to be 80%. How does that affect your guys' final preparations?
You know, I don't think you let it. I think if you I've made a big effort to not let that be the focal point because they have a physical offensive line. They've got a really good quarterback. They've got speed at wideout. They've got other running backs, and they've got receivers who they use like running backs. So they're going to find a way. Gus has always found a way to run the ball some kind of way. That stuff with Kerryon is beyond our control. It's not something that we can control. And we really focus on the things that we can control, like what is our mindset, what is our demeanor, what is our execution level, how are we going to play certain formations, how are we going to play on special teams. Those are things we control. So I don't think that we can let Kerryon's situation dictate to us how we prepare.
Okay, if you have additional questions, please raise your hand. We've got another one, actually a couple over here on the right. We'll start on the aisle.
Kirby, you mentioned after the Georgia Tech game that Nick Chubb, the conversations you had with him and how grateful you were that he was able to get some sleep now because this is why he and the other seniors came back this season. What were the conversations like as it pertained to games after that, the goals they had to play in games like this?
Really the overall conversation with him, and the point of that comment was that was one of his sticking points to see him come back was just what he went through the end of the Tech game last year. But I think obviously the goals of the seniors was more than to come back and beat Georgia Tech. You know, they wanted to put Georgia in its rightful place. They wanted to do it the right way. And to this far, they've done a good job of buying in and doing what we've asked them to do. And I'm just excited to see them have success. I want them to have the success they deserve tomorrow. And that doesn't come without a price. That doesn't come without a tremendous effort. That doesn't come without a championship effort because we're playing a really good football team.
Okay, we'll go in the middle section near the back.
James Crepey with AL.com. Kirby, you mentioned Kerryon status again, but what have you seen from their other running backs, not from a running standpoint, but as pass blockers? Because other than Kerryon or Petway, almost none of them have reps in a meaningful spot as a pass blocker. And when you see either a Cam Martin or a Malik Miller or Devin Barrett potentially back there, without giving away too much of your game plan, how does that impact your thinking when you see someone who hasn't been in that spot as a pass blocker?
Yeah, I expect to see Kerryon back there, to be honest with you. That's what we've prepared for, and they've got other guys that block. I mean, Gus has had this situation in the years I've gone against him multiple times where they might not have had a feature back. They use other players. They got Chandler Cox. They got good football players. So they'll have somebody back there that can protect if it's not Kerryon, but I fully expect it to be him.
Coach, we'll go second row over to our right.
Hey, Kirby, Anthony Dasher, UJSports.com. Just wondering if you had an update on Christian Payne and whether or not he will be available for the game tomorrow afternoon.
Still not sure. It'll probably be a game-time decision, and we'll know more as the day goes on today.
Okay, other questions, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Got one here in the front row.
Kirby, you talked about how walking through the stadium before the game kind of helped get rid of the wow factor. Is there anything else during the week that you do to prepare for a venue like this?
No, not really. It's really not walking through the day of the game. It's today. So we would go in there today and kind of get that out of the way and get them a chance to see the venue. Most of our kids have been to most of the venues we play in. We see every other year. But this year it's different in this circumstance, and we're allowed to have this walkthrough, so we thought it was really beneficial to do it. As far as the week, preparation for myself, for the team, not a lot different. I mean, the intensity is different. What's on the line certainly different, but the preparation is very consistent.
All right. We'll take a quick break and come back for the photo opportunity. Thank you, Coach. Still photographers first, and then we'll clear those folks out, and then we'll do the videographers. So, which what's kind of crooked? Trophy is.